Story Engine is a system by Sudowrite for writing whole novels. The program is pitched as a way to break writer's block. Users can enter in ideas, and the program expands the ideas into a finished product. The process allows humans to input directions to allow for more customization. This article describes the experience of what it is like to create a short novella using Story Engine. A link to the full AI-generated story is available. New anti-amyloid therapies have shown some efficacy when treating Alzheimer's disease, but several patients may have died as a result of taking these drugs. Meta's third round of layoffs will affect members of its business groups, including those with roles in user experience, marketing, recruiting, and engineering. Oracle has begun its review of TikTok's source code. The US-based software company is now the default destination for US user data. TikTok is developing a European local hosting initiative with data centers in Ireland and Norway. The company claims that the Chinese government has never asked it for US user data and that it wouldn't provide the information even if asked. TikTok has not eased its push on monetization despite its legal troubles. iOS 17 will reportedly have a new feature that turns locked iPhones into smart home displays. The interface will display information such as appointments, the weather, and notifications. It will operate similarly to smart home devices from other companies. Apple is also planning to introduce significant changes to the iPhone's Wallet app, enhancements to its location services, a dedicated journaling app, and a feature that lets users stream media in sync with other users while on a FaceTime call together. Researchers from the University of California have developed a technique for recording chronic pain-related brain signals. The technique could aid in the creation of personalized therapies for patients. It involves using a machine learning model that analyzes brain activity from electrodes implanted in patients with chronic pain. The model was able to predict how patients would score the severity of their pain. The next step in the research is to try to track the same signals in a non-invasive way. The Mirai botnet, which exploited vulnerable Internet of Things devices, was put together by 3 teenage boys. They rented out the botnet to paying customers and used it to attack targets of their own. Its use has affected millions of people. This article looks at how Mirai was created, the market around botnet providers, the malware behind the botnet, and the events that led to the creator's arrest and subsequent sentencing. George Hotz's new company, Tiny Corp, is a computer company with the goal of commoditizing the petaflop. Gold Typhoon, a Chinese state-sponsored hacking group, has been stealing network credentials and sensitive data throughout the US and Guam, while remaining largely undetectable for at least 2 years. Researchers from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Lausanne, have helped a man who had been paralyzed for over a decade to walk again. The man had previously been able to walk with the help of a front-wheel walker, but he had reached a neurological recovery plateau. The treatment involved implanting 2 devices into the patient, one above the brain and one to the part of the spinal cord responsible for triggering motion in his legs. The devices allow the brain signals to bypass the injured section of the patient's cervical spinal cord, enabling the patient to walk, stand, climb stairs, get across varying terrains, and stand at the bar to enjoy a beer with his friends. Rio is a hardware-accelerated GPU terminal editor designed to run everywhere. It can run as a native desktop application or in the browser. Screenshots are available in the repository. Developers should strive to reduce the amount of cognitive load in their projects as much as possible. The average person can hold roughly 4 facts in their working memory. This article discusses cognitive load and how developers should go about managing it. It provides examples of how different approaches can increase or decrease cognitive load and ways to lower cognitive load for future developers. DeviceScript brings the TypeScript developer experience to low-resource microcontroller-based devices.